Hey y'all, this is Amazonian Treasures. This is the second part to that Angels and Demons video that should be uploaded by the time that I start working on this one. Well, about to upload this one. So before you look at this video, go and look at the one that says Angels and Demons. Um but first let me read this so you'll know where I'm coming from with this and see how it plays out. This is going to be on a more mundane level, on I gotta say individual basis, about like really what needs to be transformed behind the scenes as far as us individually. Okay, the zodiac signs that I got was Leo and Pisces. So what I'm trying to understand is that well, not understand in a sense, yes, but I feel like these changes that have been taking place since Pisces season, and I feel like during Leo season, that's when you're gonna reap the harvest of whatever you have been planning and whatever you have been planting in your garden. It could be a physical garden or whatnot. Doesn't matter. But I'm gonna read these cards first, and then I'm gonna go into details of what these cards mean or whatever, and what I wrote down as far as notes. Okay, and for the Leos, and it doesn't necessarily say that you have a your sun sign as a Leo. You can have Leo in your chart. Just look at your natal chart and see how does this play into your life. But it says self confidence to create, take a chance on, resulting from the impressiveness of leadership, the creativeness of do what and want. I always get tongue tied on this. Do what you want to. Let me read it over because y'all probably didn't get it. Self confidence to create. You need self confidence to create. So the yellow also deals with solar plex, your power, and that deals with creativity as well. Take a chance on. So whatever your endeavors is, whatever you wanted to do and plant these seeds, it's the time is now. Take a chance on, resulting from the impressiveness of leadership, stepping into your power. The creative the creativeness of do what you want to. So whatever you want to do, do it. But make sure that you're doing it to stand in your power. You're not doing it up for no other reason. Because, like I said, ego can be our biggest downfall, and Leo represents ego as well. So they want you to tap into your creative endeavors, whatever you've been planning and wanting to do. Tap into that. And let me read a little bit on the background of it. Leo, noble heart of a king and lower back that holds them proudly erect and bends to no one. People born during this time function best when they are proud of what they are doing and respected for it as well. Get to work to reap harvest. Pleasure, romance, self expression, pride, sports, acting, entertainment, and putting off unpleasant work. So those things that you have been putting off might be the catalyst of your growth, or for the help you to with these endeavors that you are planning. They're asking you to stand up and fight for what you want. um it doesn't matter if it's in create and you're as far as a creative endeavor you want to do, a partnership, anything, going into business with someone, just something that makes you feel great. Really, you need to stand on what you're trying to do and stand on it, whatever your belief and whatever you have feel like you have manifested as far as this. Stay strong, stay on your goals and what you want to create as well. And also I want to go into this. It said people born during this time functions best when they're proud of what they're doing and respected for it as well. Don't confuse that with ego as well. Can you be quiet, DJ? Don't confuse that with ego. Don't do things just to get validation for others. You do it because this is something you want to do. And if you have pure intentions with it, you will reap the rewards. You will be recognized for the seeds you have planted. And right here, the next one is Pisces. And like I said, once again, this does not have to be your sun sign. This can resonate with you anywhere in your charts. Spirituality to ultimately experience. Trust your psychic knowledge of, resulting from the indecision of or about your dreams. Your idealization of, be a part of something overwhelming. So the things that we're doing, like they said, we've been putting out stuff that's unpleasant or whatever, and being indecisive about what we want to do. It's time to plant the seeds now and to create something. They're asking us, like I said, I always refer to that video, a call to action. They're calling us to action. The people that are meant to be leaders, they're asking to stand in place and to let spirit guide you. Like they said, spirituality to ultimately experience. Trust your psychic knowledge of. And if it's something that you're indecisive about, let your dreams guide you. It may seem overwhelming, or whatever you're trying to create may seem impossible, but it is definitely possible. Or something you want to manifest in, whether it's a relationship, anything, just anything in the endeavor, something that makes you proud, something that is a desire that is aligned with spirituality. Like I said, if it has a spiritual base, if it's following God's guidance, if it's built on a strong foundation, with how can I say, you pour good into it, you didn't hurt anybody to get what you want, you didn't step on anybody's toes or anything, you will be blessed. You will reap this harvest that is getting ready to come in Leo season, which is August, and it's just around the corner in a couple of days, or maybe about a week or so. But anyway, the next, let me read the Pisces so y'all understand this as well. And Pisces can also deal with illusions as well and messages. And a lot of us probably been having a lot of dreams, and they have been guiding us through our messages. Make sure y'all are having those dream journals, because I have books and stuff like this where I have them on my bed or by my bed, and a pencil or something like that. So if I dream of something or they're giving me some insight, I can write it down and be able to decipher what it is. You might not know what it is right then, and the situation might be overwhelming what they're asking you to, but you have the power. They wouldn't have chose you to do it if they didn't think you could. But Pisces deals with emotional time, a time to discover how dependable your friends were when you needed them. End of a winter and supplies were at the lowest point. The strongest and the compassionate were required to do less so that the children, the elderly, and the less fortunate could survive. Some gave their lives so others could live for the survival of our species. From ancient time until now, maybe our capacity for self-denial, sometimes even martyrdom, secret meeting places, self-sacrifice, penthology, how can I say that? Penthology, faith in all in an all-powerful force, or negative ego, denial, escapism, drugs, alcohol, large corporations, governments, bureaus, the military, hospitals, religious. Pisces functions best when they feel they are serving or connected to all there is. So you have the gift of empath. You're an empath, so you feel good when you can feel when you're connected to something that's bigger than you. That's why they said it can feel overwhelming with all these different energies that's coming at you or whatever. But like I spoke in the last video about those food supplies being short, please pay attention to that, y'all. And they're exposing people for being in denial, these secret meetings, self-sacrificing, and also this is something I want to speak on too. Don't sacrifice yourself for someone that wouldn't sacrifice themselves for you. This lifetime, they're telling us don't be the sacrifice. We're not the sacrifice, and that's when I went back into that in my last reading that it should be uploading soon. But they look at us as angelic beings. They want to sacrifice us because of our angelic energy, our positive energy, our powerful forces that works with us, that protection. That's the reason why they want to sacrifice us, and feeling like if they sacrifice us, that will clear their karma. It's not. You're just building more karma on us by self-sacrificing us. And I'm not just talking about necessarily just killing, like putting us in circumstances that they know we don't deserve to be taken from us so that we'll be less fortunate, and then looking at us like the worstest race or the worstest individual when you created these obstacles to get us here. And they are talking about large corporations with the government, bureaus, the military, hospitals, and religious places. These are places that are getting exposed at this time because they have played a major part in the history of why we are static and here now. Yeah, we might have played a part of being a self-sacrifice because we did not do the research. We did not see ourselves that we were powerful beings. But now that we're waking up, a lot of people are becoming afraid. And they was talking about escapism. A lot of these people are trying to escape these karmic cycles, these loops that they created for us, and now they're backfiring on them, and they don't know how to get out of it. But that's what I was talking about, picking a side with the angel and demons. That's what I was saying as far as that, and the things that need to be fixed. It's a spiritual warfare. It's the angels against the demons, literally. And it can translate down here for the seers against the people that are lost, that are vagabonds, that don't know their way. They're lost souls. They're zombies. And these people that has kept us in illusions with the Pisces. And that's why I said be careful when even with the television, they telling visions. They don't necessarily mean they're telling us the truth. These are man-made visions that they corrupt us with, and even the ideal of following man-made laws to be able to live here and to just blend in with society. They want us to be conformed. And God is asking us to be reformed. We need to create and change. That's what he's calling us right now. Because like I was saying in my last video, this card popped right back out in this reading. And this that reading that I did with the angels and demons, that probably was a week ago. And I did this one yesterday. And I'm just now putting them together because they work together. But anyway, we're on pretty much in keeping us in loops and cycles and stuff like that. It's time for us. Pretty much it's what I was saying, it's the up and the down. You're gonna either pick a side at this moment because at this time we're being called to actions, and if you're not on that ship when we take off, you're left behind. And it's just that simple. And for the spiritual ones that know when I'm speaking like this, you know exactly what I mean. It's pretty much have you cleaned up your spirit? Have you been in positive energy? You're going to be either on the up and up or the down. If you continue to not want to make these changes and stay in these illusions, you will be with the rest of the zombies that are walking around lost and embodying that Canaan energy. But anyway, let's get into it. Right here, like I was the other card, the Reformer card, the Enneagram 1. This is a reformer, and I spoke about this in the last video. I'm still gonna repeat it for the ones that might not necessarily follow directions good and come and see this video first instead of going to look at that one first, because this one probably won't make sense to you because I'm referencing stuff from the last video. But Enneagram Type 1 is a reformer is a person that is looking to change. Your security, you feel secure when you're relaxed, spontaneous, and playful, less critical of themselves and others. Your stresses, what stresses you out when you're in a situation to be put in a rational situation of mindset, moody and depressed. This is not what life is about. Being stressed over something that you can't control, things are going to naturally flow. When you realize that you cannot change things that are out your hand and just let it go and flow, you will be at peace, because if we keep doing this and going around in circles and trying to change things that we can't, we're going to always be in a battle, impossible battle. Okay, the challenges: being inflexible, a perfectionist, overcritical, repressed anger, impatient, resentful, doesn't want to accept own flaws. And these are challenges that you're facing right now at the moment, or these are challenges that you're coming out of. Like I said, some people are going to be on the up and up. They're going to be either be in the Pisces or in the Leo phase. You're going to be either stuck in illusions or you're going to be standing in your power. Excuse me, y'all. Let me turn on this air conditioner. Okay. What was I at? Okay, let's get in here. Okay, your key desires, stuff that you seem as ideal. This is what you desire. One wants to be virtuous, ideal driven, and accurate, and do things they believe that should be done. And that's where it goes back to the angel and demon. Stop going off your own understanding. Do not, how can I say, the flesh, that will be our shadow side. Going with what the flesh wants us to go with. That's why I said the angel and demon on your shoulder. Let that angel on your shoulder guide you. Your higher conscious, that can even play into your higher conscious and your regular conscious. Your conscious is what you develop here on earth. Your higher conscious is past life memories, information that's stored in our brain that we yet unlock unless we heal. So as far as just connecting with God and seeing if that your belief system is correct, they will send you signs and synchronicities in different ways, omens, animals, And when you see an animal or insect or something like that come at you, and or you just see it out and about, look it up. Telling you pay attention, because sometimes we miss the message, even though you be talking to God, be like, I didn't get that, I didn't know. Sometimes you do know, you're just too blind because you're in a loose and in an illusion state. That's why in the other video when I was talking about the Chris Brown, it was speaking of drugs and stuff like that. And I gotta get into that. That, like they said, escapism by using drugs, alcohols, and stuff like that, indulging in events and stuff like that that you shouldn't necessarily do. That's gonna keep you in an elusive state. They want us to start cleaning our energy. Your key fear is, one, fear is being bad, wrong, or corrupt, or being condemned for doing something wrong. Who doesn't feel that way? But in order for you to get out that energy, you have to embody these certain energies that I'm going to speak about. Having these core values is very important. This can be the foundation of how you can change your belief system. If you embody these certain characteristics, you can never go wrong. Being honest, having principles, humility, good manners, holding on to their beliefs, holding on to stuff that is positive. Not, when I say holding on to beliefs, not negative beliefs, positive beliefs. Cleanliness, tidiness, and fairness. In order for you to get there, to work on your strength, if you don't embody these strengths right now, it's important that you do so and correct your actions and to get yourself to this. And if you do have these strengths, that's wonderful. Work on mastering them. If you have mastered them, then you're on the right page. You should be getting synchronistic numbers that's let you know you have a relationship with God. I don't know how your relationship is with God, but you will know He will communicate with you in the form that He communicates with you, or your angels and ancestors. Your strength, being truthful, ethnical, responsible, purposeful, organized, hardworking, and practical. So with that enneagram, and like I said, that's from source, and this could be the source of your problems as well. You might need to look into that. That might be the something that you need to change. Being a reformed person, or some of y'all are reformed, and that is the source of your change, your energy and stuff like that, your strength, and also that could have been the source of your illusions with the Page of Cups. And this could be a message of concern about healing your inner child. This could be something within you as well. I don't know if you can see that. The Page of Cups. You see that fish in there also representing Pisces or whatever. Um, Being in an elusive state. Maybe this is the source of your problems. This is something that triggers back all the way back to your inner child. Maybe you need to get in touch with your inner child, being more free. And like I said, you feel more security when you're spontaneous, relaxed, and playful. So some of y'all inner childs are trying to reach out to y'all for y'all to do the healing, and also to tap into that, being more playful, being more relaxed, and stop trying to control every aspect in your life, because things are going to go. And this could also act as a messenger card as well. And two, with you being a Pisces, you might be sensitive to these energies. Maybe it's people around you and you're trying to figure out why is your emotional state is off balance and things like that, because you're sensitive, you're an empath. And also that gives me the energy of the Leo and the Pisces combining energies, standing in your power, and also letting your higher self guide you. And right here, this music card. Well, I'll say music intuitive card. It's Tony Spliff featuring Her When You Love Someone. It said, didn't mean to destroy you. I know I ignored you, but I want to be yours. And I want to be open now. Now you're emotional. How do we switch roles? We can get closer now. It's never too late. I'm trying to believe, so let's keep the pace. I'm trying to be patient, but I keep on pacing. We've been running away from communication. Baby, let's face it, it's just conversation. Now no more temptation, no more misbehaving. When you love someone, you just don't treat them bad. Oh, how I feel so sad. Didn't want to leave. So, like I said, some of y'all are comfortable being in this state, but God is asking you to change your ways, to step in your power, to step into that Leo energy. And it said, and it's talk about it's for switching roles. Like I said in the last video, the first shall be last and the last shall be first. The roles are now switching. And like they said, it's never too late. It said, I'm trying to believe. It's never too late to try to reform yourself, to change yourself, to be a better you. It's a lot of people around you that might want to keep you stuck in this energy. These might be the people that actually destroyed you through gossip with this mouth card. Or these could be also energies that want to come in and apologize with that page of cups up there. They want to apologize now because they see you standing in your power and they see that you are the source of light. And it could be some people that are fighting against, speaking up against this, or trying are communicating with you. They're fighting very hard with the 7 of Wands. Let me switch my page over because this information I got right there. Or a lot of people that has talked about you and has put you in that bad energy and that fear energy, feeling like you're bad, wrong, or corrupt, or being condemned for something wrong. Some of y'all are not necessarily wrong. It's just the way that that person mind and their perspective of how they view it. And you're at this time you're blocking these energy out. They no longer can get into your energy. And also, the things you are tackling these tasks by changing yourself, you're taking action and you're taking a stand to actually not say necessarily prove these people wrong, but letting spirit show them what it is, because you are highly protected. Anybody that tried to come your way or destroy you, they're now seeing that you are the source of light. Now they got a message of concern. They're concerned now because they deemed you as being corrupt or whatever. And now they're starting to see your light shine through. But at this moment right now, God is asking you to be protective against these energies. Because some of these energies have not changed and they're just trying to come around because they see that you are having this glow up. So please be careful and wary of that as well. This one, power. And that goes right hand in hand with that Leo card. It is the energy within that drives us, the source of our Kundalini. It is what offsets our creativity, our inspiration. It deals with the solar plex, our center power, also deals with the ego. It's, hush, don't start playing in the background. Is your ego affecting your power source? Now is the time to come back down to earth. Too much ego can cause a death and rebirth. Balance your center. Without that, we are stagnant. Do not feel you are higher than life, because source will knock you down a couple of notches. And a lot of these organizations and these energies that have been around you that thought they was on the up and up or one upping you, when God, it was just not your season. And that's what God wanted them to show you during that time. They wanted you to show you that what I read in there, some of those people that left you out in the cold, just to show you who your friends were, who were the people that you should be around, and different stuff like that, because your Kundalini energy is rising. Your masculine energy, your how can I stand in your power source? You're now balancing your masculine energy of yourself. You're setting up those boundaries. You're standing in your power. You're taking a chance. You're being persistent. You're knocking out those things, those tasks that you need to knock out to make sure that your future is beautiful and the things that you're manifesting are coming in. What did I just say? But standing in your power. And this could also be talking to the masculines, as I was saying, as far as in the last reading, talking about the Adam and Eve and stuff like that. Do not let anybody in your life, and now I'm getting this heavy too. I just picked this up. I didn't pick this up early. But these Queen of Swords, the ones that act like they're truthful and being argumentative, and they just holding the sword of truth, but they're not really standing on it. Don't let this lady convince you out of that, because you are masculine for a reason. You need to stand in your power, just like the Adam and Eve little storyline. He was there and watching the stuff going down. This necessarily does not have to refer to a masculine per se. This can be talk about somebody being in that masculine energy. Do not let somebody come in and destroy everything that you had. See the truth for what it is. Let your Kundalini, you probably feel your Kundalini rising when I was talking about with the Leo, with the bat, standing up erect and standing in your power, standing strong and not letting anybody sway you of what you can. But also being weary of it. Do not operate out of ego. Ego is like the worstest thing that you can operate out of. Knowing that you have a positive energy does not mean you have to express it to everybody that you're a powerful being. You don't have to let everybody know what you got going on and this and that. You don't have to necessarily do that. And this is also with the Queen of Swords. This is standing in your power, standing for what's truthful. And these are the people that is going to be put in those positions to be truthful. They're going to be restored to their throne, because they have been truthful and they have been sticking it out and being there, because they are a person of integrity, principle, right perceptions, and they're cutting off, and it's harsh cutoffs that's going to be happening during this time. Harsh cutoffs for people that has not been truthful or that has been fighting against their energy, rather known enemies or unknown enemies, they will be brought to the forefront. That's why a lot of us, like I said in that last video, a lot of us has been sitting in hermit mode because God wanted us to see it. You might have been thinking like everything is going sideways, everything is going wrong in my life, but God's rejection is your protection. You got to think about it. He separates you from these energies for you to see and strip you of everything just to see how would they be coming about you. And now that you got your answer and your information, act accordingly. Stand on it. That's why they said stand in your Leo power, because it's you're gonna reap the harvest because you stayed 10 toes down and you let God guide you. And also with the Summer Walker card, music into the card, Summer Walker body. This is also dealing with the vessel as well. And that's why I said I got the massage table. I feel like it's time for me to show y'all my other gifts that I have. And just, a spare, because it's been endeavors that I've been holding back on, but it's because God had me sitting in hermit mode because I had to realize some truths, the energies that are around me, people that necessarily say they're my friends or for me and that I necessarily wasn't. They were just there for the celebration. But when I fell, there was anybody around. You got to look at that. And body is building our vessel back up, being that strong individual, that being, pouring the things into us that matters. The lyrics of this is that I've been all in my phone. I got options, and I don't want to tell you to drop it, but I don't want to play unfair. And like I said, that reformer is being fair. This person knows that they got options. They got a lot of people that they can go to, hang around. But do you really want to be around these energies just to say that you have a friend? They said, but I don't want to tell you to drop it, but I don't want to play unfair. So it's a lot of energies that could be coming at you and stuff like that. You might be telling them to, leave you alone, stop coming for me, stop sending me the evil eye. And like you said, you don't want to play unfair, but it's important for you to know that it's not even necessarily playing unfair. God will allow you that. You have to protect your energy at all costs. It doesn't matter who it is. It can be family, friends, lovers, animals, whatever. I'm just saying that it does not matter. If they're not right for your energy, they should not be around you, especially if they've been playing unfair. So a lot of these energies are coming back to fight to get back in your energy, just to give you more illusions. But you have to set those boundaries to stand in your truth. It says something that makes me look at you too often, and baby, you can give it something. So pretty much these energies that you are looking at, that you have been observing and stuff while you've been in hermit mode, and it said you can give me something, like some kind of positive energy, some feedback, pour into me. It said, baby, I could run over time. Now at this energy, now we, like I said in that Leo part right there. Was it the Leo? No, in the Pisces part, it's not no time for those illusions now. For the ones that have been running overtime, that's been doing this for people, doing that for people, God has stopped you. He has stripped you away from stuff because he don't want you to give to these folks. If you have nothing to give, you cannot give to them. If they don't appreciate you giving them advice, then they were never around. They want the materialistic things that you offer them. So that's not a true friend if they can't take your advice and strive with it and use that as a key, because that's just as good as gold. Sit down. It said, baby, I could run over time. And some of these energies saying that they're trying to run over time, trying to get back in your energies. Like, I can do this, I can do that. Just let me be a part of what it is. And some of these energies is being sneaky, trying to connive you, just trying to snake you once again. And God is telling you, do not let them in, because you're elevating, you're ascending. It said, baby, I'm talking crazy. I need you right in my space. Yeah, a lot of these energies want you in their space, but it's not the time. You got something that you're developing. You don't need any negative energies coming in. Said, but I need it, baby. I'm late, but I still can check in with you. No, that just pissed me off. But I just realized what they said. It said, I'm late, but I'm late, but I can still check in with you. Oh no! If you wasn't there for the down, you can't be there for the up. And God is gonna make it where these energies can no longer be in your energy. They cannot no longer play with you. And that's even on a wide scale level. These governments and stuff like that, they're getting exposed. He asked them to change. He asked them to reform. He asked them to change their ways, stop hindering people, stop stealing our generational wealth. They did not want to do that. Now they see that the things are changing in your life or things are changing in the world. They're late, but now they want to check in with God. God is not playing with you. You just want him to change stuff because you're going through something right now. How about calling on him when nothing's going wrong? How about praying to him when things are going right in your life? Showing gratitude. Say, I know that I need my faith, but I wouldn't want to leave you. It's just amazing. That speaks for itself. I don't even have to explain that. I know that I need my faith, but I wouldn't want to leave you. I wouldn't want to plead, but my heart, my mind, and my body. And that's crazy. A lot of these people are going through changes within their mental, their mind, body, and soul. And that's also being a reformed person. Changing and healing those aspects of you, your mind, body, and soul. As long as your mind, body, and soul is aligned, you're aligned. That's what I was just even talking about with the chakras, with the root chakra. It starts with the root chakras. And also, this is talking about planting the right seeds. Even if it's physically the right foods, the right seeds within yourself. You need to reform. You need to change. You need to build your stuff on solid foundation, and you'll be sitting in the Nine of Pentacles, which is your achievement, success, prosperity, flourishing, comfortable, and resourcefulness. And that's what I was saying. Like some of y'all, in order for your stuff to take off and for you to have a firm foundation, you have to get rid of these illusions or these people that play with you all the time. And that's why God said these are the source of your illusions. These people have been talking about your back, has been putting obstacles in your face, have been fighting you tooth and nail, has been operating out their shadow side. And now that they see you setting the, now that God is revealing to them in so many ways, some people might just be looking into your life when they shouldn't. But some of these people are looking at the seeds that you have been planting, and now they want to come back. They're like, I'm late, but I'm here. No. Where were you when I needed you? And that's why God was, even with this Pisces thing, it said, emotional time, a lot to discover how dependable your friends were when you needed them. End of winter and supplies were at their lowest point. The strong and the compassionate were required to do less so that the children, the elderly, and the less fortunate could survive. Some gave their life so others could live for the survival of our species. It's a lot of y'all that did a lot of self-sacrificing. And I'm not, just like I said, I'm not talking about deaths. Sacrificing things that no longer serve you. Some stuff that will hinder you from growing, from ascending, like getting rid of those bad habits, stop indulging in drinking, stop partying, stop doing bad corrupt shit, stop stealing from people and stuff like that. Stop sacrificing people as far as for your greater gain for yourself. Like I said, a lot of people with that third seal, as far as that famine, a lot of people are just let me see what it said on there. Was it in the beginning of this? No, it's in my other notebook. Sorry, y'all. Oh, right here. Let me see. Where is it at? At the bottom right here. It said the third seal, meaning famine, no qualms about taking advantage of a situation as long as they are guaranteed to make a profit. So some of them people were just using you because they see a gain in it. They didn't do it out of good intentions. And now I'm going to let you know right now, the ones that truly helped me and helped me see my true self and did it with a pure heart because they wanted to see me do better, God will bless you 10 times fold. But the ones that did it out of self-gain, just to get something out of me, even though you see me down and you still wanted the little that I had, you will be dealt accordingly. Like I said, it's all about intentions. Whoever had good intentions, you will be up on the up and up. Whoever had bad intentions, you will be in those illusions because you can't see yourself. And until you correct that, you will be one of those people. And like I said, and that's one of the key fears of being bad, wrong, or feeling corrupt. Some of y'all are. And that feeling is triggering you because that is something that you need to change within yourself. And I hope y'all take heed to this because it's definitely very important because there's about to be some changes in here that you're not going to even be able to control. We need to step in our power, being authentic, being ourselves, no matter if people are okay with it. It doesn't matter. If you're speaking the truth and you're doing it on God's time, you're following his guidance, and you're doing what your life is set to be. Can't nobody tell you what your destiny is. So can't nobody tell you like, oh, that's not right. You wrong for doing that. How can you tell that? You didn't write my life. You don't know what my life entails. Maybe this is a lesson or something I had to go through in order to get to the next chapter. Don't let nobody deter you or tell you what your destiny requires or what it entails when they don't even know their own. It's a lot of vagabonds that want to lead people when they haven't even solved the shit within their life. And they're still operating out of that Canaan energy. Being jealous, being resentful, being hateful, blaming others for their problems. Like I said, I was once there. You have to wake up. It's accountability. Now it's time for us to take accountability, seeing where the source of the problem is, healing that inner child, being free and not being bound to anything. Only way you can fly is when you're light as a feather. When you don't have anything bounding you. In this worldly realm, everything's going to, things change, they come and go. We're not supposed to be physically attached to anything down here. It doesn't matter if it's your family member, friend, or anything, even a material item. Don't let anything bound you. I don't care if it's those drugs that you swear you can't get off. That's a mind thing. Some of them, we do have addictions as far as that. But healing your mental is knowing that you're bigger than that and that you can overcome that. Nothing has no power over you. Sit down. Nothing has no power over you when you do that. When you are free and light as a bird, when you let those boundaries and let things flow and come as they go, you will see your blessings start rolling in. You will see your reality change. But that is all that I have for y'all. This is just the second part of that to show on a more humanistic level of the things that we need to heal within ourselves. Like I always tell y'all, be better than you was yesterday. Keep on healing. Keep on correcting yourself. Don't let nobody tell you who you are, because only you and God truly know who you're supposed to be. Nobody can write your destiny out, and don't let nobody take you to your past. They can live there, but you don't grew from there. And I dealt with that a lot. A lot of people know me from my past and the things that I used to do. Yes, that's the used to me. That's the Trina that's dead and gone. So don't think that you're going to come in my energy and play those same games, because you're not going to be allowed to go in. My intuition is on 1,000. I see you. And I'm going to see you for what you are. You come in my energy and think you're going to come and play those baby Ray ass games. It's not going to happen. You're not going to be able to do it, because I'm going to see you for who you are. Because my intuition is heightened and I healed myself. I have sitting there. I've been in the places where multiple of y'all that I'm speaking to, I'm not just preaching this and just saying this. I have been in that place that y'all once was. And I didn't see a way out, but guess what? It was a way out. You just have to sit and reflect and sit with yourself and see what is really wrong with you. Address those flaws. Because at the end of the day, with you not correcting yourself or addressing your flaws, it's only hurting you. It's not hurting around nobody else. Because you're going to sit there and keep watering such. You're going to sit there and keep watering the same garden, and those plants keep dying because you need to do some changes. You might need to pick up that dirt, purify that dirt. You might need to rearrange some plants here. You might need to put new things in there, take some stuff out your garden, those weeds out your garden, so that you can prosper and grow. That's why I said stop worrying about what's in somebody else's garden, because the Most High is probably watering their garden. You wonder why their blessings is rolling in, because you have not made any changes in your garden. And when I say garden, that stands for the vessel, the mind, the body, the soul, the whole being as us. This right here does not last always. This is just our vehicle. This is what we're living in. This is not us. Don't look at everybody from a soul level, and that's how you use your discernment. It's time for us to start judging people on the soul level, not what they can offer, not what they appear as on the physical. It don't matter if that girl got the biggest booty, that man got the Maccas gang got the biggest car. It doesn't matter. What does his soul say? He can have all these riches and stuff, but how do you know that he did not get that in a bad way, or she got that, or she's luring dudes in? She might have a big booty, but how you know her mind ain't gone? Y'all got to really look into this stuff and really realize that you really need to stop judging shit on the physical, because physical shit perish. This is just a vehicle. This is just what how can I say, if I would say, this is the vessel that's navigating our body, but it's not really navigating. It's just a shell. Our higher conscious, if we're awakened, our conscious on a physical level is what guides us. But on a higher level, when you tap in, your higher conscious is going to guide you, because it's going to show you and warn you before these lessons come into place, because you have been through this in your past life. We're coming back down here to restore ourselves, to stand in our power, to claim what is ours. Those ones that supposed to be leaders, we're going to be leaders. The ones that supposed to be preaching in the ministry, we're going to be preaching in the ministry. The ones that supposed to be feeding people soul, it doesn't matter through food, anything, the creative endeavors that you want to, it will be prosperous as long as you build it on stable foundation. And when I say stable foundation, I'm not just talking about a material shit. What did you do in order to get there? Did you crush anybody's life? Did you pour into others? What did you do to get there where God, you think you deserve to get a blessing? Don't look at God and think you deserve a blessing just because you hear and you speak to God every now and again. You deserve a blessing when you put in the work. But like I said, be better than y'all was yesterday. Keep on healing and do what you need to do. Don't let nobody tell you what you're not, because you will become what God said that you are. And y'all have a good day.